All right, let's do this. So this is day 400 of building an 8-figure agency, and we're still in Dubai, so nothing's changed. Good old marina view, though we're about to run out of sunlight. So let me get set it up real quick, and we can do this day 400 special of building an 8-figure agency. So what that means is pretty much that, 400 days ago, I officially made my first 7 figures as an agency owner, agency builder. And therefore, today, we're going to talk about the 5 stages that everybody has to go through while they're building their agency to actually get to, from 0 to 7 figures in 5 steps. And, if you don't want to get to 7 figures, that's fine. I mean, it's still going to help you get to 6 to 6.5. You can do 20, 50K a month. You just have to stop at whichever step you're happy with. That's it. So, by the way, if it's your first time watching this vlog, then my name is Pavel Boissonneau. I'm a co-founder here at Fondaco Media, and we've worked with over 1,000 agents in the last 3 years. So, without further ado, let's actually get cracking on some good content for you guys. 5 stages to get to 7 figures. Stage number 1 is definitely just learning how to sell, right? Most people get in this business. It's maybe their first sales job, or most of the time their first, insurance sales job. So first things first is learn how to sell, get situated. And most people will start with their warm market, which is a good approach, but before you step out of there, if you want to build a consistent business that consistently generates revenue, I would recommend you guys get in the habit of closing 5 to 10 cold people a month from a cold marketing system, so that when you scale and you go out of your warm market and because your warm market is gonna slowly drift off at some point, then you don't lose your business because you already know how to do cold marketing and sales, and therefore you're still going to succeed when that happens, not if, when that happens. So step number 1, is get to 5K a month by selling 5 to 10 people a month, either into your opportunity by recruiting them or by closing them, selling them insurance, right? Now, that's pretty simple, honestly. There's nothing much more to say there. Set up a cold marketing system and close 5 to 10 people a month into your team, recruiting them or into clients. Stage 2, right, is still pretty boring. That's how you get to 100K a year is, from 5K a month to 10K a month, or 50K a year to 120K a year. You just gotta get better. It's quite simple, actually. So all you have to do is start, having a proven process of where you get your leads, how you generate marketing for your business, and then how you convert those leads into appointments, and how you convert those appointments into actual sales and recruits. And you kind of want to build a rhythm and get better and get better and get better, and build that process where it's just repeatable and duplicatable, because that's going to set you up to train your recruits later down the line as you scale more. And that's really going to set you up for success, in stage 3 that we're going to talk about. So pretty simple. You only got 2 things to focus on to go from 5 to 10K a month, and that's only setting appointments and closing appointments. So don't get caught up into building processes, or building a website, or branding, or any of that stuff, because it's not going to be the biggest lever you can pull if you're trying to do this quick. I mean, it took me 12 months to go from 0 to 7 figures with my partner Joey. So, and we didn't have this blueprint. So you guys have this. You can definitely get there in less than 12 months, right? No matter where you're at on that chart so far. So yeah, step 2, going from 5 to 10K a month, set more appointments, close more appointments, get better in the process, increase your sales skills, your recruiting skills, and don't get caught up into stuff that's not going to drive the business revenue up, because that's all you got to do. Get the launch off the ground, pretty much. So that's it. Step 3 Real simple, right? That's when you're going to start building a real team. That's how you're going to go from 100K a year to 500K a year, or 10K a month to 50K a month, however you want to look at it. And the 500K a year is really exciting, right? So how are you going to do that is by building a team that's going to start producing for you. And what sucks at this stage is, even though you have a sales process that's proven and repeatable and duplicatable, you probably don't have all your processes in place. Your time is sucked away with one-on-one recruiting and training and one-on-one sales and one-on-one admin, like doing your admin stuff. So this is a very stressful period because your time is very limited. So obviously, what you're going to want to do is get your time back a little bit. So 2 things I would recommend at this stage is, number 1, hire an admin staff so that they can do all your admin work for you and also kind of assist you in your business with all the daily things that you got to prepare, right? And the other thing is, make sure you start to build processes in your business that are going to get your time back. So build a recruiting process, onboarding process, a training process for your agents, people that are joining your team, so that you don't have to do that one-on-one every time. And I see a lot of people making this mistake where they get stuck there forever because they don't know how to build processes, right? So each different step is different skills and different things you got to do to get to the step after. That's pretty simple. Now there are a couple pitfalls that people get into at stage 3 while they're trying to get to 500K a year. Is they think that they don't need to do personal sales anymore because their team is gonna carry the boats for them, but that's not true. And you still got to be a leader. You still got to lead from the front. You still got to do a lot of personal production to motivate your team and to actually have cash flow. Because, if you don't have enough cash flow, then you're going to go right back into step 2, right? This ladder goes up, but you can go back down also if you don't do the right thing. So keep that in mind. And pitfalls are trying to stop selling too quick. Also, probably you guys are not the best at sales team and leadership management yet, right? Which is fine. And you probably don't have enough structure and duplicability yet in your business, which is why we're building all these processes and trainings and repeatable stuff so you can get back your time, but also train your team so you can build a good team, which is step 3, right? So pretty simple there. And if you apply those, then by the time you reach step 4, you should be at 500K a year, and you should already have an optimized sales process, optimized onboarding and training processes for your team. And that's really when you can start to remove yourself from personal sales slowly. Obviously, you're still going to do sales with your team, but your personal sales, you can get the foot off the gas a little bit. So all you got to do at step 4 to go from 500K a year to $1 million a year is just find more recruits, train more agents, and do more team building. That's it. So, obviously, that's what we do here. That's what we help you guys do. But you can definitely do that on your own, like we did. We didn't have that support back then. So that's it. Train more agents, build more agents, start building leaders, and start identifying who are going to be your future leaders, and spend a lot of time developing these people because they're the ones that are going to take your business to the next level in step 5, right? Now, common pitfalls, that's a big one. People at this stage still don't have good sales team leadership and management skills. You guys got to step that up. And also, people are jumping the gun too quick, getting completely off their personal sales while they still don't have enough volume of producers that are active. They don't have enough training for their producers. They don't have a validated sales process that their team can follow and be successful with every time. And people have just a low licensing ratio, typically under like 20%, a low net recruit ratio, typically under 80%, and a low production per agent. If it's under 20K a year per agent, then you really gotta, kick your team in the butt a little bit and get them to produce more. And also, you gotta take care of your persistency rate. Get that, over 80%. Making sure that you have those KPIs in check. That's gonna allow you to, climb your way up to that step 5. So, quick recap of stage 4. Hopefully you have an optimized sales process, optimized onboarding training processes. You have your assistant doing a great job. You're not stuck in admin too much. You start to slowly take yourself off the personal sales, and all you're focused on is like finding more recruits, training more agents, and just doing more team building and getting better at, management and sales leadership. Pretty solid step right there. Now, you're doing 100K a month when you reach step 5. Right? And your goal obviously is to go past that. So you're already at 7 figures, but let me give you guys a bonus one on how you go to 300K a month. From 100K a month to 300K a month. That's like where I can tell you to go to. I don't know what's after that, because that's where we're at right now at about 300K a month. So, when I know, I'll definitely let you guys know. But for now, that's all I know, right? So going from 100K a month to 300K a month is still relatively simple, but definitely takes more time. And the only reason why is because, yes, at this step, you have a fully systemized business. You have consistent and scalable, cold marketing systems. You have predictable sales process, a sales team that doesn't depend on you too much. You have a fully productized training and onboarding that doesn't depend on you too much again. You have a net recruit ratio, and agent retention is good. So now what you have to do is actually spend 99% of your time building your leaders. So there's 2 things we want to do. We want to get all of our leaders on the field at peak performance. We want them to play their A game every single day. And when I say build your leaders, I really mean like direct leaders, right? So you want to build your direct leaders, but at the same time, continue training and building your other team leaders in your indirect base shops, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys get that. So how you're going to do that? You're going to need to have really powerful team meetings. Make sure that you're helping all your other leaders reach step 4, which is get to 100K a month. That's how when they get there, that's how you get to 300K a month. So by building leaders, and you're gonna need to do a lot more management. Basically, step 5 is becoming a world-class leader, which is what we empower our clients to do, becoming world-class leaders. And you're gonna need to do a lot of one-on-ones with your other leaders, a lot of accountability, a lot of tough discussions. And ultimately, you're going to need to become that world-class leader yourself, right? Because you're not going to get there if you're still at stage 2 and you do stage 5 stuff. It's not going to work. It doesn't work like that. So there's a common pitfalls that people do that I'm still sometimes, doing. Nobody is immune to that, but if you know it, then you can prevent it. So, not doing the boring stuff. What I mean by boring stuff is like reviewing your leaders' calls, doing a lot of one-on-one accountability, tough discussions, because you're still very busy with a bunch of stuff. So the other thing is, instead of trying to fix the real problem, which is to get your team better and develop your team, you're trying to think about some crazy like marketing stuff that you can do, which is not the right thing. So, and the last one and the biggest one, this was my biggest lesson, is nobody's a great sales team leader when they're born. That's a skill that we have to learn. That's a skill that we have to learn, like anything else. You got to learn it, you got to practice it, and ultimately, once you become a world-class leader, you're going to be able to go from 100K to 300K per month, or 1.2 million a year to 3.6 million a year, which is where we're at right now. And I assume I still got to get way better at this stuff if I'm going to scale past that, which is what I'm working on right now with my team. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you go from 0 to 5K a month to 10K a month, and then up all the way to 7 figures. If you guys notice something, there's one element that didn't change from step 1 to step 5, and that's your marketing, right? If you're doing cold marketing with paid ads, that's gonna save you a ton of time versus if you're like building a call center or like doing referral stuff and events that take a bunch of time. I mean, with cold marketing, from step 1 to 7 figures, all you have to do is just scale your ad budget. That's it. And marketing is a third of your business. So if you can, like, up until 7 figure, like, eliminate a third of the work you'd have to do if you were doing other marketing systems, then that's a no-brainer to me. That's what I did, right? Just paid ads, scale your paid ads. It takes you the same time to put a $10 a day or $1,000 a day on ads. Same time. So that's a cool trick that I would recommend you guys. And still at 300K a month, I mean, we're still just writing our paid ads and scaling our paid ads. So if you can do that, I mean, I'm just gonna try to ride that wave as long as possible, to be honest. So that's it, guys. That's what I would recommend for you to go from, wherever you're at to 400K or 300K a month. And with that said, the sun is setting, and just received my pizza, so I'm gonna go and eat that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, if this is your first time on this channel, then please, give it a like if you actually like the video, and subscribe if you want daily content about how to scale your agency to 7 or 8 figures, because that's what we talk about on the daily. I share what I'm working on, tips that could be helpful for you guys, and yeah, I mean, we just want to make sure we're making agency building to 7 figures accessible to anybody. So that's our mission. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully it's going to serve you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.